welcome to another Tabby Craft Cat video. My name is Sunakas, and today we also have Crafty Cat with us.
We went and bought a couple of pumpkins which needed paint. They come in a cardboard box and come with water-based paints.
And a small paintbrush to go with it, but we don't use the paintbrush at all. We cut up the boxes with a pair of scissors, so be careful when you're opening up any boxes with any scissors.
And they are not just your normal type scissors. They are scissors which you can normally cut thread with, and for when you're doing some sewing.
Sewing and embroidery, anything really,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So now we're getting into the paints. So both boxes come with two paints with three colours: orange, black and green.
We started off coating the base coat of the orange paint over the pumpkins.
The paint is pretty easy to use. The texture is very watery. The colour, how would you describe the colour?
Pale orange, not orange as I would call it, and it was quite watery really, because it was easy enough to wash off if you ran it.
It was very streaky too.
Yes.
And so it didn't cover well. It left a load of gaps and a whole load of leftover white area of the ceramic of the pumpkins.
And that's why we decided when it comes towards the end to use an acrylic base.
This was just seen as a base coat for a start, so that it doesn't overpower anything. It didn't really overpower anything to begin with, but it was good coverage. It did cover well.
One part of the orange paint did cover the whole of the small pumpkin.
So it's good for children, which its original intended audience is.
Yeah.
But it's very good for Halloween if you just want to get your children stuck into it.
Well, get them busy with some craft as well. That. Occupy their minds if they're fed up. You could buy ceramic type pots of any type. You can get Halloween ones, you can get Christmas or Easter, and just coat it. And some comes with a tea light inside.
So it lights up in the dark.
Yeah.
And you can show and display your ceramic pots and decorative items in the dark.
Yes.
But don't give it to anyone below the age of 4, because they can break it.
Yes. Yeah, because a simple drop on the floor and they'll smash.
Not very good for business.
No.
Oh, the pot is empty.
Yeah.
It didn't cover that well, and so that's why. Well, we used up all of the pot paint, so that's why we went on to acrylic, because it covers and it's much more bolder and brighter.
It gave that more feel of a pumpkin, rather than something just dull and nothing at all, basically.
Yeah, and it works with the base. Because we did the base coat, it made it much more.
You could paint better over the top.
Yeah.
And because the paint didn't seep through through the pores of the pumpkin.
Yeah. Sometimes we did do a second coat, but I did a third coat. You only did two coats, because you like the streakiness of the bottom half of it.
Yes, that's right. Now we're putting on the green coat, which is the water base coat.
The green paint from the
packaging that it came with.
like we said, is a good base. But again, with like the orange, with the green, it was very watery, very streaky.
No,
It covered, but not that greatly.
no, and it wasn't like a green that you would pick off of a when a pumpkin is grown. You know, where you cut it, it's supposed to have that greeny brown look, which it never did really. So that's why we decided to use an acrylic on top as well. And there is the pumpkin with the orange and the green on.
Now I'm just going in with some brown, some light brown acrylic paint, watering it down a bit so that it's not so strong.
And this was to just go in the creases of the pumpkin, wasn't it, to give it some depth.
It was to dot around the stem to make it look as though, since it's been cut, it's now becoming less green. And it's just dotting it around the pumpkin, around the crease where the stem is too, all along the stem to make it more lifelike. And also later on, going on to the pumpkin, creating some spotted edges where it would have been laying in the grass.
Yeah, because it would start picking up the earthiness of the soil. If it's raining, when it rains, it would splash the soil, and it would actually go onto the pumpkin.
Yeah. It also creates like kind of sunspots in a way, because it depends on where it's laying too, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, in the farmer's field, or those that are organic minded who wants to grow their own fruit and veg, it would do exactly the same.
Yeah. They take up a lot of water.
Yeah, they are very thirsty plants to grow, pumpkins. And you need a decent sized garden because they do spread right out and everything. I know when we tried to grow it once, it did spread a long way, but then we only ended up with little tiny pumpkins, not decent sized pumpkins.
No, not the ones that are as size as big tire or something. They were like the size of like one of those small pots.
Like a munchkin,
Yeah.
in a way. And not suitable to do a Halloween face or even to make a pumpkin meal.
Yeah. You like a pumpkin risotto? Or
Yes, yeah, you do. We do like a pumpkin risotto, don't we?
Yeah.
Cinecat. Which is quite filling, really, and really a Halloween and a bonfire night meal.
Yeah, it's very good when the weather gets colder.
Yeah.
Because it gives you more, it's more filling.
Yes.
Oh, I'm going in with the black paint now. And this paint was actually very good. It was
the best one out of the three.
It covered a lot. It even covered the white completely. Yes, you had to go in twice with it, but there was no white to be seen. There was no white of the ceramic to be seen. And I went in with the black in the eyes and the nose and in the mouth. But what did you do?
I did the eyes and the mouth as well on my little pumpkin. And that. And it spread better and everything. Then So really, you didn't need any black acrylic paint.
You could finally use just a little pot paint, the water paint.
Yeah.
Oh, my hand went into the limelight then.
And there's your completed one. Oh, and there's both
We decided to put some glitter on it. It's just leftover glitter that we have. We use craft glue.
And there's the completed pumpkins with the lights on, and there they are on display at a craft fair.
I know this is a little late for a Halloween video, but we were very busy. It was a very busy end of October, a very busy October for us. And so this Halloween video came late, very late. But that's okay. At least it's gotten out and it's done. Halloween is done now. Be sure to like this video if you liked it, put a thumbs up for it. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. It's free and it will only take 5 seconds. And comment if you want to if you get to the end of this video. Bye, thank you for watching.